Welcome to the Unified Communications and Collaboration session, everybody. It is so exciting to be invited to speak to you here today. My name is Brooke Ellingworth and I head up the Unified Communications and Collaboration business across EMEA here at Ingram Micro. Today we have 10 minutes together, and in that time I want to talk about something that I bet every one of you has been affected by this year: the rapid transformation of our workplace. UCC technology has been at the centre of this transformation, and we're going to take a look at how UCC solutions are already evolving to meet the current market needs. This has opened up huge revenue generating opportunities, and I will share with you how you can start strategic conversations with your customers, as well as leverage the value that Ingram Micro can provide to support you on that journey. Let's first take a look at how we got to where we are today and what we saw as a byproduct of this year's market conditions. We have seen extraordinary growth in the UCC market in 2020, which, by the way, was already expected to double to $60 billion by 2026 pre-pandemic. Do you remember what your work routine looked like in the past? For me personally, I had a mix of mainly heavy travel and home working when I returned. My productivity was already pretty good in the home office, being in the mode of working for around the last 15 years. A lot of my colleagues, however, were stationed nearly every day in the office. Overnight workers were told to work from home as offices shut down. Imagine the challenge of learning how to stay efficient in a new environment, and that is without mentioning children running around your ankles, home working, craziness that we experienced, and trust me, I can share your pain. You probably didn't even have a suitable home working setup. Total chaos from the average employee's perspective. But here comes the bigger question for companies. How are we going to keep our businesses up and running? How can we get our people working securely and productively away from the office? The urgent need to maintain business as usual operations meant people had to first get to grips with UCC technology, such as video conferencing services and collaboration tools, and fast. In the first quarter of 2020, we saw record adoption rates of solutions such as Microsoft Teams and Zoom, and the numbers of active users are still growing. Companies were in crisis mode and made quick fix purchases of UCC products suitable for home working, such as speakerphones, webcams and headsets. All of this is to fulfill a temporary need, which at the time they thought was necessary. I think it's really interesting to review some studies on home working to see how employees have actually embraced that change. Just 2 years ago, there was an analysis of telecommuting done by Global Workplace Analytics, which found 56% of US employees could work from home, but only 4% actually did. Most people's comfort zone was the office as a workplace. Recently, communications agency Fleischmann Hillard carried out a study involving 1,000 remote workers to better understand their uses and views on the digital tools that facilitated working from home. Overwhelmingly, the remote working experience has been seen as positive. 85% believe their work-life balance has improved. They found that as many as 80% of people felt less tired, healthier, and better connected to their families. Perfect for lower attrition rates and higher employee satisfaction. Just how much companies will implement remote working into their operations long-term remains to be seen, of course. Global Workplace Analytics says that in their best estimate, 24 to 30% of the workforce will be working from home multiple days a week by the end of 2021. Gartner predicts more than 40% of employees will continue to work from home. And according to Nemity's research, 91% of global organizations now support work from home, up from 63% pre-pandemic. The CEO of Twitter has stated that employees can work from home forever. The incredible transformation we've experienced over the last months has significantly accelerated adoption of UCC cloud technologies, as well as relied on UC solutions to keep the working world ticking. We've learned some hard lessons. There's a critical need to have an agile business practice ready for anything. I think this is where a flexible and well thought through UCC solution can be the difference between business continuity and business grinding to a complete halt. We're not through with the transformation just yet. Our expectation is that over the coming year we will see further evolution in the transformation of the way we work. We call this hybrid working or work from anywhere. I wanted to introduce you to Jack now. He's a typical one of us, a typical employee, and he will take us on the journey from the office workspace to the future of work from anywhere.
We've seen a huge shift in remote working and working from home in 2020. So how do you work from home in a successful and efficient manner? And how do companies ensure continued productivity and collaboration when working from home? Employees need the right tools and support to manage this complex shift in working life. Jack is a business manager. He's never worked from home. His colleague, Victoria, is a flexible worker. She's in and out of the office, up and down the country, in her home office. Jack tells Victoria he's really struggling with this shift to home working and asks what he needs to work from home efficiently. Victoria tells Jack it's all about the right tools and support. She says, "I had never thought about the equipment I use for my job until I was taken out of the office bubble. I just used what was available to me. However, now having a headset that cuts out noise or access to video meeting rooms, it really makes a difference to the level of professionalism we can offer to customers, while empowering our teams by providing them the right tech for their role." Soon, Jack has set up a dedicated space to work within his home, with all the equipment needed to function just as he would in the office, minus the noise and distractions, but while maintaining contact with his teams across multiple locations. So is this the future of work, I hear you ask? Today, Jack is taking an early meeting at home, missing the traffic jam and making use of his video setup for a one-to-one with a client. Some days can be on the go, and today is one of them, grabbing his laptop and phone for a call while on his way to the office. Working from home, working from the office, working from anywhere. Working shouldn't be where you are, you can work from anywhere. UCC has the best tools now available. The future sees more flexibility with collaboration tools at the heart. It's now time to reimagine the solutions that can take us to hybrid working. If you have any questions, or would like to learn more about how UCC is evolving, then get in touch with our team today.
The future of the workplace is expected to become one of flexible working, so really in essence being set up to work from any location. The office will still remain an integral part of this setup, and we expect the traditional office space to be redesigned and to be used as a hub for collaboration and creativity. A lot of video to meet virtually with customers and colleagues, and collaborative spaces for teams to work. Companies and the discerning end user will require solutions which will allow them to switch effortlessly and seamlessly between remote working wherever they are, to the office and back again. And what will happen to your home working? Home office setups won't be temporary anymore. Companies will move from what we call crisis mode and making quick purchases to satisfy that temporary need to reviewing end-to-end the home working infrastructure of their employees, which will include UCC, security, noise reduction, comfort, and network considerations, amongst others. The home office will become enterprise grade. UCC technology is already being involved to support this trend. I've been lucky enough to see what is coming from the leading UCC vendors, and it is so exciting. Watch out for next generation UCC solutions, which will be released over the coming months. So it's fair to say that this transformation creates a huge opportunity for you as a reseller to start those strategic conversations with your customers and help them transform their company's UCC infrastructure. If you are already one of our 14,000 UC customers in EMEA, you are probably already leveraging some of the value-added services we provide. But I wanted to take this opportunity to share some other ways that Ingram Micro's UC team can support you and your customers on an ongoing basis. We have heavily invested over the past few years, and our UCC practice now has over 120 employees dedicated to UC across EMEA. 30 UCC vendors and our partners are on the line card, and we serve over 40 countries. It's a practice that's developed into a market-leading organisation, and it's a real thanks to you for trusting your business with us. So thank you so much for that. One pillar in the way we work with our customers is via enablement and training activities. Usually there is a plethora of sessions, including instructor-led training, virtual and live events, as well as webinars to keep you up to speed with the technology and vendor programs. You can always ask your local Ingram Micro contact for what is coming up. Depending on your country, there is a number of services we can also support with, being professional services, configuration and activation of your devices and licenses, managed services, and more. This includes pre-sale support from our Centre of Excellence, and I know my colleagues will be giving you more information on the various Centre of Excellence services that are offered throughout the one event. As-a-service offerings are becoming increasingly popular in the UC world, including device and hardware as-a-service options. We have a large range of financing options for as-a-service, as well as standard lease, rental and purchases, which really allow you to wrap up a complete proposal for your customers and can overcome the obvious cost objections. I want to take this opportunity to announce our brand new UCC partner program via our dedicated website UCC Hub, which we've recently built. Our aim is to give you extra value you might not see in other partner programs, such as bespoke training offers, exclusive content, and you can even have access to a trusted advisor service. So please register today. It just takes 1 minute or so to unlock the content on the site. There is no doubt that we are at the start of a very exciting transformation in the industry, and with high expectations for growth over the coming years. I would love to support you on that journey, and I hope today you have learned a little bit more about the value Ingram can provide to help you succeed. I want to thank you for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Ingram Micro One event.